Hey everybody, welcome to my new video series on my new to me 1991 Honda CRX SI. Stay tuned. Well, I was fortunate enough to pick this up earlier this week, and I've always wanted one of these. Initially, I really, and I still do actually, really like the first generation, but those of you that know CRXs know that they have a lot of problems with the body panels cracking and parts being even more obsolete than the second gen here. So I decided to put my feelers out and find a nice condition second gen. So this one I got from a private sale, and it's still a project car. It still needs some work. It is 1991, like I mentioned, and overall it's in really good condition, especially for the interior, but the exterior paint needs a little bit of attention. So that's exactly what I'll be doing over the next several months and years. This is a rust-free example, and I was very lucky to find it. For the most part, the paint is original, and this is pretty much exactly how I got the car. It's been sitting here for several days. The only thing I did was it had some rain guards on the windows and I guess a wind deflector on the roof, and I took those off. Especially the rain guards, not my taste, and this one was actually broken. But there's still some residue here, which I need to get off. And luckily the sunroof is in good condition, no rust. The car is, I would say, completely stock, except for the stereo, which will be changing. It's got all 4 factory wheels. Even has the original exhaust. And while the outside needs some work, it is the inside where this really shines. It is in amazing condition. Door panels, no damage. Has the original floor mats. They are faded, but I'm going to re-dye those. So you can see the seats are in incredible condition. No rips, no tears. Factory steering wheel, no cracks in the dash. Climate control is not perfect, but a lot better than many that I've seen. It's got all the, back here, it's got all the cargo compartment and everything, and that's the dome light cover. Don't mind that. I'm installing an LED bulb. As you can see back here, the cover is in perfect condition. A couple of parts that I started to stockpile. Plastics are all in excellent condition. Lights. So the project will consist of bringing this pretty much to as close to excellent condition as I possibly can. The paint, especially in the top surfaces, is a little thin, as you can see right here. The whole car needs a wash, a clean, and I should be able to buff out some of this light oxidation that is on the roof. This is pretty typical. This peels right off, and then I'm gonna, because this is like a rubberized coating, I'll probably just plasti dip that. Just some little TLC items, you know, some missing parts. I've got that coming. That's actually due to arrive, I think, today or tomorrow. And things like the emblem, that's a decal. I've got another one. Like I mentioned before, door panels, sunroof rust, torn up driver's seat, passenger seat. Those are all big issues with these cars. And a lot of them actually have the steering wheel missing. And that was really important to me. Here on the front end, it does have all the original Stanley lights, headlights, marker lights, turn signal, and headlights are in great condition. The side markers, I've got some new ones coming. These are okay. Couple little stone chips in them. These down below, maybe slightly worse condition. But for the most part, there's a lot of chips on this front end, which for right now I will be just touching up until we can do something a little more permanent with the paint. But it does have the correct spoiler. And what drew me to this car was really the fact that it's pretty complete. It is not perfect. Oh, there's a couple dings in the roof, which are really strange. I'm gonna have my PDI guy come and see if he can remove that. And there's a matching one over there. I don't know if it's from hitting something or if there's a roof rack or something on here. I'm not really sure. But one way or the other, hoping those will come out. And you can see just how oxidized this paint on the roof is. You can see where I took the wind guard off. I still have that. And I may put it back on. I may leave it off. I'm not sure. But a good session with a PDI or a PDR guy should be able to remove most of the, the door dings that it has. Let's take a look at the engine. And just like the rest of the car, the engine is completely stock. Has a factory airbox. And this car has a really good maintenance history. The previous owner just did quite a bit of routine maintenance. Fluids, brakes, radiator, hoses, things like that. So this car is missing a couple of the decals, timing belt, fuse box cover, things like that. And I've already ordered those through Resto Tuner. So those should be coming in. Oh, and I'm going to replace, not that I couldn't save I could save this. It's got a couple corners, but I've got a new one of these coming also from Resto Tuner. So fortunately for me, they do sell this exact sticker with the 1991 model year on it. So I think this car will respond very well to a good cleaning, buffing, and detailing. And it is, for the most part, like I mentioned, very, very clean, very stock. Again, zero damage on the door panels. That's very unusual. For those of you that know these cars, you will know that the 88 was a standalone year. The 88 did not have the seat belts mounted on the door, but 89 through 91 did. And it's very common for these to get slammed in the door and damage the panels. So like I mentioned, really the only thing in here that is not stock is the stereo. And while it's not stock, it actually is a period correct Alpine CD player. But I am going to change that out for the more correct OEM factory stereo. And it also has all 4 mud flaps, front and rear. Those of you that know will understand that for some reason the front mud flaps on these cars, very, very, very hard to get and very expensive, many hundreds of dollars if you do find a set. So aside from the car being just really dirty and quite oxidized on the top surfaces, especially the engine's, I mean, this was never a show car, but we're gonna go through all the steps of cleaning and restoring. And many of you may have seen my 1989 Prelude SI videos. So my goal is to give this car the same treatment. So I guess that'll do it for this intro video. Let me know if you have any questions. If you like what you see, please feel free to subscribe and stay tuned for future videos. First one I'm going to be doing is a cleaning video, and we'll go from there. So until next time, we'll catch you on the flip side.